Hi, my name is Gauthier, and I'm very happy to introduce you to Akita AI. But first, let me give you a brief overview of what Akita is. So basically, Akita is a command line interface, and that enhances developer workflows by providing instant insights about any code bases coded in any languages. Also, Akita AI helps automate manual tasks to boost general developer productivity and improve code quality. Uh, now, without any further ado, let me guide you through an example. So, for example, let's assume we have a very basic Python project that is doing some very simple operations. So, for example, you have three files here. One is a README. Then you have calculator.py that is doing some very simple operations, for example, like additions, subtractions, and so on. And finally, you have a main.py that is just actioning some of these functions, so doing some operations. So let's assume we are not very familiar with the code base and we want to understand what calculator.py is actually doing. So we can simply type Akita describe calculator.py, and this will call the Gemini API, providing this code, and this is going to return us a description of what this code is doing. So we have the description here, and the file provided our calculator is calculator.py. We could do the same with several files. Some other possibilities would be to generate some code reviews, also some README automatically, or even some commit messages. But let me show you another example. So Akita also has Akita Assistant, that is basically a personal chatbot that helps you improve your code and also answer any questions about your code base. So it could be your local code base or any code bases that you have. So for example, here we can see the Akita Assistant UI. You could also do it from the terminal directly. So in this case, let's see what Akita Assistant knows about our code. So if I ask it, what does it know about my code? We have a simple summary of what this is doing with bullet points about each point that these functions are doing. And also here below, you can see all the sources that it used to extract this information. So in this case, we don't have many files, but when we have a bigger and more complex project, it will only select the sources that are actually useful to answer the query from the user. So now let's ask for more information about our code, just to see if we're able to retrieve it. So let's ask what specific code is handling the arithmetic operations. So in this case, it correctly gives us all the functions that are doing these operations. And finally, what if we want to improve our code and add some docstring to it, for example? So it's easier for other developers to understand our code. Awesome. So we can see that here it generated the same functions, but it kept the description and added like the docstrings to it. So the next step for this project would be to integrate with other tools like Slack and Jira, for example, and also include more AI providers if needed. So thank you so much for your attention and have a good day. Bye bye.